attention for just a few minutes. We just want to say welcome to all of you here to be introduced to the plans of Legoland Florida. We're very, very excited that so many of you could come out today. Actually, we're a little bit overwhelmed, honestly, with how many people came out, but we really appreciate all of you coming. I just want to give a very few remarks and explain a little bit about what it is that we have going on here today. First introduction, I'm John Jacobson. I'm Managing Director for the Legoland Parks, so for the 4 Legoland Parks we have around the world, in Denmark where the original park is, in Germany, in England, and of course in California where the existing parks are located. My colleague John Osher, who is responsible for Legoland development, will also come up and he will speak to you in just a few minutes and tell you a little bit about the main questions we have received about the project here during today. I want to thank also the city of Winter Haven for hosting us in this fantastic facility. I never thought in my career I would be speaking in an orange stone, but there you go. That was great to be here. The purpose of today and this exhibit is really for you as citizens of the community to familiarize yourself a little bit more with the plans of what we are planning on bringing here to Winter Haven and to have opened in the fall of 2011. We do enjoy in all of our existing 4 parks, I believe, an excellent relationship with the local communities. Those of you, and some of you have been out and visiting our existing Legoland parks, have hopefully seen, if you've spoken to officials or residents in the area, that is the case, and that is absolutely our aim to get that same positive relationship established with you here also in this community. We've selected some areas that you can familiarize yourself with. You can look at the plans of what the park will be. On the screen is a video running from Legoland California, where you can see what that park all contains. We have brought some renderings today where you can see drawings of what the park will contain, with some of the selected attraction areas in the park and how well that is fitting in to what is already there. And hopefully you will see out of all of that the Legoland Park is a completely different experience than any other theme parks in this area, in the sense that it focuses completely on the target market of families with young children and giving these families an interactive experience and not just the passive entertainment experience. We also brought the Lego models for you today. The first one actually to go into the park that was finished is the White House, and you will see this model also with the Obama family replicated in Lego bricks standing here today. There's already today more than 100 people around the world finishing Lego models for Legoland Florida. So lots of activities are going on behind the scene to make this park ready just over a year from now. If you'd like to explore your own talent in making Lego models, you can actually join the group over here that are building a big mural, and I can see that it's coming together very nicely. So please help us make that finished also today. We are providing lots of job opportunities for the area. This park will actually offer, when we open, about 1,000 jobs in total. We have employed so far 25 people, so there's another 975 positions open that we hope to find employees for the next year or so. So again, thank you very much to you all for coming out. If you have any questions, fill in a slip, ask any of the people with the witch bats, and hopefully we will be able to address your question. But John Osher will join me now, and he's able to give you a little bit more background and answer some of the most common questions we've seen already during today. So please, John.
Hi, thank you. How many people were here when we did our presentation earlier? Okay, so this is new. All right. I have a wonderful job. I get to, with our terrific team, we get to build the Legoland Florida Park. My responsibility is to take it from finding the site here in Winter Haven to opening it next year. So I think I have the best job in the world, and I want to thank everybody for being so supportive. Thank you. I've been coming down here every couple of weeks for 2 years now, and I get asked a lot of the same questions of what we're doing in the park. So I've got a list of the most commonly asked questions, and I just thought I'd go over that with you guys. One of the things that they ask is, what are we doing in the botanical gardens, and are we keeping the botanical gardens? And I can say a resounding yes, the botanical gardens are staying as part of Legoland Florida. we love the gardens, and they will be a unique part of Legoland Florida. They will be a distinct part of the park at the back of the park. And they'll be much in the way that you know them now. The second one is, will we have a ski show? And we're in Florida, and we have a lake, so of course we'll have a ski show. And it'll be a Legoland ski show. So we are in the midst of designing that. We have 3 different proposals. In fact, we got a big conference call on Monday to decide which one we're going to go with, and so we will have a ski show on the site. The third one is what's happening with Helena Road and how do people get in and out of the park. And for local neighbors, I think you've seen that the work has started on realigning the road. The road will realign and go on the edge of our parking lot, and there'll be a separate entrance for the neighborhood to come in and out of that road so that you will not intersect with Legoland traffic. The middle part of the road will be abandoned, and we'll just make all one Legoland parking lot. So the 2 roads won't meet anymore, and it'll alleviate any traffic problems for our guests coming to the park and for the neighbors in the area. Next question I get asked is what's happening with the water park. We will reopen the water park, but right now we're going to concentrate on getting the main park open, so the water park will be something which we will expand in the years to come. Then we also get asked all the time what's happening with the Starliner. The Starliner roller coaster doesn't really fit with our program, so we've partnered with a local firm. They're going to take the Starliner down in such a way as to be able to re-erect the Starliner in another location. So the Starliner is being preserved once we find somebody that will re-erect the Starliner. So it is being preserved. And last but not least, we get asked all the time of whether or not we're buying the land across the street where the Publix shopping center is, and no, we are not buying that land. So we've got 145 acres to develop. We've got enough work to do. So thank you. And there is a question. We have, I think as John said, if you have any questions and you want to write them down, we'll be back up here in a while and do some other questions. But there was one from a person wanting to know if there could be a lot of benches for grandparents. And we are, even though our target market is families with young children, we are for the whole family, and we have great trees, and there'll be enough benches so people can be nice and cool. And there'll be lots of stores. You can go in and shop and be nice and cool inside. So thank you, and if you have any other questions, please write them down. We'll be back up in half an hour. Thank you.